Welcome to Life Ablaze. So today, my guides have indicated that the topic will be the path of least resistance. So here we go. We are here. We welcome you. We are here today to discuss the idea of the path of least resistance. Some of you may have heard of this concept before this moment. And that is all well and good. However, we are here to discuss this in terms of feeling your way through your experience. Now, the idea is when you are making your decisions, to begin to stop and ask yourself how you feel about a particular choice. This works best if you are choosing between two different avenues. You may present one option to yourself and then ask yourself, how do I feel about doing this thing? And then stop and sense in your body how this feels. Does this feel light to you? Does this feel heavy to you? Does this feel completely neutral to you? This is all useful information. If, of course, it feels light to you, this is the indication from your higher mind that this is the avenue to go in. Now, this is the most simple and rudimentary way to begin to tap in to the wisdom that is within you, that connects you to your higher mind. And you can begin to navigate your life in this way. However, we understand that there are many decisions that you make in this life wherein you don't find yourself stopping to pause and weigh one decision versus another. Many of the decisions that you make happen on the fly. Many of them happen while you are already in motion. And so it is also important to begin to tap into the inner wisdom that you have on these decisions, despite the fact that you were unable to stop and consider the options before moving. And so, given the scenario that you are in motion on any set of choices, you are in the midst of taking action. And some of this action may have even been based on an intuitive guidance. And that is all well and good. However, any bit of information that you get is meant for that particular moment. And so, when you are in motion, as much as you can, tune in to how you are feeling. Now, you do not have to stop what you are doing in order to do this. You can simply begin to become aware of how you are feeling while you are doing something. And most importantly, in this particular topic that we are discussing today, the idea of resistance. How much of a struggle does this particular action create? How much resistance are you feeling in doing the particular action that you are presently engaged in? So let us take an example. Let us say that you want to write a book. And there has been much information that has been sent your way about different tips to utilize, different strategies to make use of. And you begin in earnest following these tips that have been highly recommended to you. And in the progression of following these tips, you feel your energy drained. You feel that this is not exciting to you. And you begin to question the overriding idea, the idea of writing a book. And you begin to apply this idea, these feelings of resistance, to the idea of writing the book. But this is a bit of a confusion in the sense that it is not actually the feelings that you are having about struggle and resistance are not necessarily about the book itself. They can be about the means to which you are going about it. For the means do not justify the end. The end does not justify the means. We understand that there is much discussion about these things being separate, but they are not separate. The end is the means. The means is the end. And so if you are engaged in something that you feel drained in, the result will be something that feels draining. It will not be the result that you are looking for. You will not graduate through a period of struggle and resistance to a place of ease, because you are on different frequencies. The idea of struggle and resistance does not result in ease and effortlessness. These are different frequency vibrations. And so, if you are plugged into an activity that feels like a struggle, this is an opportunity for you to redirect your energies, your activities, to, as soon as you can, stop what you are doing, to begin to pull off of that road and redirect yourself in another way. The same is true for your thoughts, for your conversations. If you find that there is much struggle, what feels like a pressure building in your head on a particular topic, this is an indication that there is much resistance to this idea. And it would serve you to redirect to something that is less resistant. Now, we are not saying to run away from struggle. We are rather indicating to you that if you feel resistance to a particular topic, that again is an opportunity, a reflection that you may look at, in the sense that this is indicating something that you are putting into the mix, as it were. You are resistant to a particular idea. Now, the resistance may be a belief system that you have. You are coming up against a belief system that you have, according to how things should go, an expectation, perhaps. And the reality of the situation is different. You may find in some of these situations that you are coming up upon the resistance due to what someone else is projecting into the situation. Now, we would caution you on this particular idea because it would be very easy to begin labeling all resistance that you feel as what someone else is causing. Again, all that you experience are reflections of yourself. And so, acknowledge that any resistance that you begin to feel is there for a reason, to indicate something to you, to allow you to begin to explore this topic more deeply, although we would suggest not doing it in that particular moment, just acknowledge and redirect. And when you are in a less resistant feeling place, you can begin to explore the topic that you feel resistance within. And you can determine why. And once you determine why, this can give you new directions to go in. Let us give you another example. If you have a particular career choice that you believe is the right one for you, and you begin putting forth effort into this particular avenue, but things just don't seem to happen for you, this is an indication. This is a revealing of flow or lack thereof. If by putting a lot of energy into a particular area, such as a career choice, and nothing seems to really be happening, or it is always a struggle, this is an indication that maybe this area is actually not the best area for you, not in alignment with your highest good, not where your higher mind is hinting for you to go. And so, in the idea of the path of least resistance, this is a perspective wherein you would begin to navigate via what you feel has the least amount of resistance. To begin allowing yourself to perceive when you feel resistance to a moment, to a conversation, to a situation, to a job, to a set of choices, to an identity, when you feel resistant to these things, to begin to navigate to something else that feels less resistant, and to begin from there exploring why you might feel resistance to the initial item. And to begin to release whatever the reason is, whatever the communication is that is there for you, to begin to explore it, to dive into it, and to release it by letting go of the expectations that you have of the situation being a certain way, which in most cases is why you feel the resistance that you have. You are expecting a certain result. You are forcing what is supposed to happen into a very narrow parameter that you have defined. And it may be far too small for the experience that you are meant to have. It is not meant to fit into the tiny, defined space that you are giving it with your limiting expectation of it. And so, as you begin to navigate around these moments and feelings of resistance, and begin to allow flow to take you, to begin to sense where in your life the decisions, the actions begin to take you easily, effortlessly, where things begin to happen for you, seemingly with little to no effort, with little to no of your conscious intention to begin to direct these things. You can simply allow them. And you will find yourself navigating down the path of least resistance to more and more flow, which is, of course, in accord and in alignment with your higher mind. We thank you for this opportunity to speak with you today, and we will speak to you again. Until next time. Thank you.